to wrestle with God. Wrestle with me, God says, to shift the timeline. This is the path. And you will learn deeply about this path today. As we all sit in this intense energy, it is a time to wrestle with God. And when you do this, know that God will smash you open. Oh yeah. A rite of passage. There is a whole reality waiting for you, a timeline. And you must wrestle with God, the rite of passage, to shift onto that timeline. I appreciate all the beautiful comments. Thank you for everyone coming in. We're live. Yesterday was a big revelation. We are at the breaking point. A lot of what I share today, there's always new people that come to this channel and community, and you could see how each week all the messages intertwine. The season to wrestle with God is now. You might have been going through this in the past few months, and what God does is to show you what is truthfully inside of you. When you wrestle with God, God will crack you open. Know that you will get pummeled. You go into this knowing this. If you are a Christed man, you know this path. You are not here to sit and grovel. You don't treat God like a genie in a bottle, but you confront God and you wrestle God. And that rite of passage to shift the timeline, this is the path. This is the path of ascension. Having a very emotional, very powerful day yesterday. I share about the energetics as well. We could see the Schumann resonance spiking. These energies are coursing through our DNA receptors. This is the light of Christ that is within us, that fire that's rising within you. It calls you. Are you asleep at the wheel, or are you consciously awake on your journey? And that is this discussion. This is a very deep chat today, and it's going to help you on your journey. I'm very grateful. Before we get into it, if you could kindly click the like button in the now moment, it allows others to hear this word today. Cocoa Bean Flow, I'm very grateful for the super chat. Thank you so much for the support. I'm an artist. I rap about real spirituality and ascension. Have a song called Individuation. Oh, so beautiful. So beautiful. We're all connected. It's very relevant to this now moment and lesson. Individuation off my album, just dropped last night. Used a sample from one of your videos. I appreciate at Cocoa Bean Flow, Apple, Spotify. Love if you've heard it. I appreciate you very much. Check out Cocoa Bean Flow. It's unbelievable, the synchronicities. Individuation is important. That's why many relationships fail. It's not a authentic relationship. You have to go through the process of individuation. You have to go through this process in a world where it's very carbon copy, NPC bots, all things I discuss on this channel. You have the spark of Christ's light inside of you. And this process is getting you to say, you know what is really important in life, and will you wrestle to the death for this dream? And also, I don't know who sent the super chat prior to me getting on. I'm very grateful for the support. If you're still here, if someone lets me know. You will get very close to God when you wrestle with God. God is going to crack you open and see what's really inside of your heart. Some people might be terrified of this term, to wrestle with God. I've been doing it for months, kid. And I'm still standing. Is it easy? No. Why do you do it, Michael? Because when you go through this process, it's a very painful process. God will beat you down and refine you. But the process is to reveal what is truthfully inside the sacred heart. When you wrestle, you ever see wrestlers grappling? You get very close to God in this process. Real men of God, this is the path. This is the path to go to the other side, to go onto that other timeline, the rite of passage. And it's that healthy anger that's inside that makes us beyond motivated, driven. You are driven for your work, for your passion. The world lacks passion and love. Love is not always unicorns and rainbows. Love is very powerful. Do you know this? So if you have love for something, you have passion for something, God is going to crack you open. You will wrestle with God to go through that rite of passage. Are you sure? Are you sure that you want this in your everyday life? God sees what's coming in the future or the possible timelines. You need to go through this first. That's why in anything in life, if it's you want to have a long-term vocation, not a job. Some people always constantly, jumping from job to job. Some people jump from relationship to relationship, right? Instead of, you want to know before you get into that relationship, okay? This is the long, grueling process. And then you have what's alignment. Alignment is so powerful. Angelic Butterfly 144 writes, no Band-Aids. We don't want Band-Aids for our work. We don't want Band-Aids for our relationships. We want the good stuff. But in this lesson, I'm going to go very deep. I'll show you how this mind of Christ actually operates. When you reach this level, there is only God. You have no enemies to conquer. You only have patterns of energy to decipher and change. Isn't that deep? On my journey, there's nothing out to get me. I always go straight to the source. God is everything and everywhere. So what do I have to worry about these people or that, so on and so forth? I take what's in my heart and I go directly to God. I go directly to the source. This is the way. Change up your mind. This is the mind of Christ. Ordinary reason ends when you achieve the mind of Christ. Higher perception takes over in this process. So, to the ordinary man, the beta male, such awareness seems impossible. But this is a place where there is imagination and vision. Imagination and vision. And this is a refinement process. And if you are able to pay attention to this lesson, I'm going to get very deep. Like some people that are unaware, they'll say, oh, this, blasphemy, this or that. Let me just grovel on the floor. That's not what God wants for us. God wants us to rise up. And there is a specific, God always works a certain way, at least through my lens. I share from my everyday life lens. God works a certain way. And every once in a while, there's something that is a little off. But if you're a man, if you're a woman that's obedient to God, that doesn't mean you just grovel on the floor. Obedient, when God shows you, okay, this is the path, you take it. Or this is not for you, you don't allow it back into your life. Because if you do it, it's on you. Once God shows you, then it's on you. I gave the message out on the beach. The training wheels are off. You must do it all now. You go directly to the source and you take what is in the Sacred Heart and you press it against God and nobody else but God. I want you to really think about that concept. There are no enemies to conquer any longer. There's nothing. There's no dude with horns and a pitchfork. It's deep stuff. All there is, because you are at the mind of Christ, you are at the quantum level, There are patterns of energy for you to decipher and change. You are the creator of the reality. As the creator, because there's a free will, if I'm going to manifest a new timeline, because we co-create with God, it is the way because there is free will. There's no more pitchforks, Sam Smith. I appreciate you being here. This is a very deep lesson today. Do you like it deep? I'm the man for the job. You have to get to that root. You have to go really deep. And when you go straight to the source and you understand this concept, there are no things out there trying to get you. Some people go, so that's your timeline. But when you raise your awareness, when you're connected to God, I go directly to the source. Some people say, how do you do this every single day? How do you have the energy for it? Sometimes I say, I don't know how I have the energy for it. 9 a.m. Eastern, click subscribe. I appreciate that very much. When you're in alignment and you are connected to the source, you are constantly fed a source of energy from God. And those that are out of alignment, that's where that parasitical energy comes from. Eventually you run out. But if you're connected directly to the source and your operating system is Christ-like, you never run out of energy. It's a totally different operating system. That's something that we've been talking about over the past few days. You might be getting this message today. You actually feel maybe a bit of a dark night of the soul depression. Is that you? You could comment that down below. I left a very powerful lesson that will always be readily available for people that go through this ascension process. That link will be at the pinned comment if you are feeling the intensity of this moment. Fit Brit writes, facts. You gotta be fit physically, mentally, and spiritually. You have to be strong because it's always on you. If you follow the model that someone outside of you is coming to save you rather than putting the Christ energy inside of you and an outward force goes into the world and now I'm the creator of the reality, it comes from a different model. So there's a big reset if you go from victimhood mentality to creator mode, NPC mode to creator mode. These are all the questions I ask. I'm the teacher. I ask the questions. Are you a Robotron? Are you a victim? Are you an NPC? Or are you a creator? NPC or creator? You let me know. Take the quiz. Watch that video. Are you an NPC? Powerful video. The mind of Christ. There are different levels of this. And when God knows what's in the heart and where are you headed? What are you trying to accomplish? God sees these things. And you are a person that is taking this journey and you're doing it out of obedience. But there will come a time, and this is where this lesson gets very deep right now. This is where we must wrestle with God. And what is the reason for this intensity of the now moment? God gives direction. A man that is obedient to God will follow this. However, there is a time or an example every once in a while where there is confusion. From my heart, I want to move forward because I am manifesting a new timeline, not only for myself, but for others. And we must have crystal clear clarity. Sometimes God lets us sit with it. On our journey, we know that sometimes God says no, and sometimes God says not yet. Sometimes on our journey, things in our life we are protected from, or it's just held back. when you experience the confusion of not knowing the answer, is this a no or is this just a not yet? Is this protection from, or is this just being held back for divine timing? So this is where the wrestling with God, because you kind of really want to move forward. If you are a person that moves in the image of God, obedient to God, you know this. You know these things that I'm sharing right now. In our lives, sometimes God says, no, let it go. Sometimes God says, not yet, don't give up on it. Some things in life, a situation or a person, we are protected from. So just let it go. Or sometimes it's just held back. There is refinement. So when you get to these places, you could wrestle with God to say, what is the answer? Is it a no or is it a not yet? Is it a protected from, or is this just being held back for divine timing? So we are always manifesting. If you're a conscious creator, Christed mind, you are always manifesting every second of the day. Clear direction is needed. Clear direction is needed. You don't want to be focused on your creative skills or manifesting a timeline, a person that isn't for you. But when we have that focus, that crystal clear clarity, and we're focused 100% on the right path, on the right timeline, on the right people, person, situation, whatever it might be, you want to have that triple C, that crystal clear clarity. This is the time period that you wrestle with God to get the job done. This has been a very difficult year for many of us because we're entering uncharted waters and we're headed towards a place. Where is the place? Destination unknown. So I love the community. Turple Nurple writes, and I agree with this. This is why I wrestle with God. An idle soul is the devil's playground. Get busy. I appreciate you sharing that. So as the divine masculine, I want to move forward, right? But sometimes we're held up and there's nothing that we could do. So there's a lot of idle time. For our journey, we have to go on maybe some side quests to find other things that we have to focus on. But you definitely don't want to lie in that laziness, in that idle time. We want to be productive. There's a lot of entertainment out there, Cristal. What's up? So you don't want to be distracted. And the more clarity that you have, especially as divine masculine, you could focus. You could focus like a laser beam, boom, and move forward on that. But being in the limbo, I rather have that no, that definite no, than that limbo. Why do we have this limbo for? I'm living through it. You're probably living through it. It's been a very chaotic, crazy year. It's the year of the quantum. Why do we have to go through this? What is happening to us? It gets very intense. And when you have this state of confusion, it's almost like God leaves you there, abandoned, no answers. What is the reason? Refinement of intuition. This is a deep one today. I appreciate everyone just getting on. Please put a like on this word so people will hear this today. This is a refinement of your intuition this year. There are many things, and now, like, certain things have changed. You must do all these things yourself. We're headed towards this very potent shift in the world. You go outside yourself, ask this guru, ask that person. You have to have the refinement of intuition. No one else can tell you. This is what God wants. And you might need to be cracked open to get to this level. It's not an easy time period. But what this does is stop putting the power outside. To wrestle with God is a blessing. Because in the end, you could sit there and you could say, I did it myself, and no one, nobody, nothing could take it from you. When you give your power away, and that's been the way of the world. I'm sure you came across this tremendous podcast. Ain't it a tremendous podcast? Do you hear me on YouTube Music? You could see in the world, people have given their power away. But when you are able to take ownership, when you become the creator source, you are the source of that power. That is that solid foundation. I've seen this over the years. If you're getting me for the first time, this ain't my first rodeo. It's just divine timing. I've seen a lot of people that stood a fake house of cards that will... This is why you were here in this level for so long, the refinement process, because when you get to that next level, you have to be stronger. So there's a massive refine. You can't go into that level with a house of cards. You had to build that solid foundation, that castle made of stone, not a house of cards. People fold. Don't fold, bro. Never fold. The only person that you have to wrestle is God. And when you wrestle with God, and you could survive to tell the tale, who the heck can ever touch you? Huh? I want you to think about this. I want you to get it in that brain. It is like a one-up. When you wrestle with God and live to tell the tale, who the heck in this world can ever touch you? So the feelings that you have inside, I know a lot of the community is feeling this intensity. It's pushing us. It's pushing us to scream out to God, to meditate, to pray, to go inside, to make the connection, because a lot of people don't have that personal relationship with God. Do you? You have to achieve a very deep level, because in those higher energies, the higher you go, the stronger you have to be. I wrote a very powerful letter last night to the Patreon community. Hit up Patreon if you'd like. To go through so much turmoil for years, disrespect for years. It's a Heinrich metamorphosis. You know, some people will see your journey. They'll never understand the deep pain that you walked with. Imagine walking for so long, for years, and to still accomplish, even though there were so many obstacles, and you still accomplished. Maybe you didn't accomplish, but you can't compare yourself to other people. But you want that timeline. Imagine being supported 100%. Imagine flowing, not forcing. This might resonate deeply with you. You reached a level in your life and you had to fight every step of the way. And now you cry out and you wrestle with God, because you have to change the fundamental programming of the reality that you're experiencing. And I am not going to fight every step of the way. We need it to start flowing. We need 100% support. We need an army of angels to move this forward, and we activate it now. That is the power. You have to be commanding everyday life. It comes from a different place, is a phrase that I speak. It comes from a different place. And God wants you to speak with authority, the internal authority. You don't press against anyone else. There's no person in the world to be angry at. I know there's people that are getting this, and maybe this is something that's new to you or you're getting it today. There's no one, I know, and I get it. But there's no one out there to be angry at. The whole mentality changes. There are no enemies to conquer. There are simply patterns of energy to decipher and change as a creator being. And now you need to go inside. You need to navigate this time period. You have to change the patterns, the energies at a subconscious level. This is where the moment has arrived. When the moment arrives, the moment doesn't arrive as the gift coming down. The moment arrives is when you have the Holy Spirit fire and you get up in God's face and you say, it's time for us to wrestle. I'm the best wrestler in the family. Things will be done onto you that your brothers and sisters that have been crying out for, and you report back to God, and all of us, these are subconscious programmings that repeat. So we have to rewrite the programming. You have to go face to face with God inside, right? I have seen God face to face, and the name of the place is called Peniel. Is it tremendous, Ghost? I appreciate that. Please put a like on this word today if you just stumbled in. Grateful for the community support. I appreciate that, Kathleen. Everything in life. If you're new to me, I do everything. And it's all about your everyday life. But having that faith, having that connection to God. There are so many people in the world that gaslight it, that are disconnected from it. You don't need those people. Godless people. You have to have people, and again, then there are also people, you have to find the balance. It's balance and alignment. People are out of balance. I see this on my journey. That's why God has given me every single lens I could share with everyone, regardless of what the modality is. I've had so many experiences, real life experiences. God showed me both sides. I was educated both ways. For a person that went to the university, right, took theology courses, and also was self-taught. For the person that is focused on his health and wellness and working out in the gym, and also is connected to his spirituality and going out on the beach and meditating and grounding to the planet. I do both. It's called balance. This is what I'm here to share with the people. If you want to put your life back into balance, please click the subscribe button. We do this every single day. You don't need people in your life that are going to spiral you down. When you make this connection to God, that's why you want to have crystal clear clarity, because then you are making free will decisions. But that confusion state that we're all in is really a refinement of our intuition. The other day, I had a conversation with a good friend of mine, and we were talking about this, and so she asked me, she says, do you believe in Jesus? And I chuckled a little bit, and I said yes, and I said the reason why I'm laughing is because of the wording. So this is where we have the Christ mind. I said to her, I know what you mean, but like the way the wording is, and this is how we take ownership. You don't believe in Jesus like he's the Easter Bunny, or you believe in Santa Claus. I said I resonate with his teachings because it's a teacher, not something that you believe in like the Easter Bunny or Santa Claus. What did Jesus say? The miracles that I perform, you perform, and greater. Teachers teach, leaders lead, builders build. We are who we are. Do you get it now? Do you understand what I'm teaching and preaching today? This is the moment where we become the ascended master. You have to get up off the floor. Today is the day you get up off the floor. Because that energy is in the Sacred Heart. When they drew, I shared this many times. I know people are new to the channel. When they draw the depiction of Jesus and they have the Sacred Heart on fire, they have the halo around the head, the seal in the forehead. Did you watch my video on the full armor of God and the seal in the forehead? These are the things that you have to implement on your everyday life journey. You become the creator being. You do this by wrestling with God. God wants to see what's in that heart of yours. He will crack it open. And in this season, things will be pulled back. You'll feel naked and afraid, if you will. It's not an easy season to do this. But when you're able to do this, this is the rite of passage. This is the rite of passage that we go through. Do you understand what I'm putting out there? This is the rite of passage. You don't go to anyone else. You don't have to worry about any enemies or anything else. Whatever it is God sends to you, whatever is required, your finances, your relationship, whatever it is, you go directly to the source. Ain't it true, Jen? Right? It's powerful stuff. Deep lesson today. This is the word that we all have. This is how I live my everyday life. Every time we go through this, you are a Christed manifester. That's why you want to have that crystal clear clarity of where I should be placing my attention, God. And then you stay on God, right? You stay on God until the gates are open, until the clarity is given. Because it is free will. You must create the reality. I shared this years ago. Not only do you have faith in God, God has faith in you. Because you're the one that has to carry it out. A magical unicorn is not coming from the sky to do it. You must do it. Do you get it? Alma writes, awesome message with the fire. Is this message on fire? I appreciate everyone being here. Please smash the like button if this message is on fire. Grateful for the community support. Because this is the way. So, it's just a way that you have to, it's a different modality of thinking. Any aspect of life, you don't want to have that victimhood mentality. You have to realize the God-given power that you do have. And we're able to do it in a flash. I love the community. It is a rapture moment. It is a solar flash moment. It is a moment where is a decision, where it's a timeline jump. It is a quantum jump. This is the rite of passage, but you don't go this way begging the systems, going, I saw the people on TV. No, you go directly to the source. That's what you do. You go directly to the source. That's what you do. I appreciate you, Cebu. So it's a different mentality. You cannot be walking on eggshells. You can't be apologetic. You answer to God. This is, again, I get my marching orders from God and I roll out. Now, I know, okay, I'm here to, so again, this is where we have this season where we do wrestle with God. Because God has invested interest in you. Did you know this? God has an invested interest in you. If work is to be done, certain things must fit. There's a procedures and protocols, right? There's things. So that's why you get to this place and you do want to do this work and you do want to go to the next level. This was the comment earlier that was given by the community. You don't want to be idle, right? You want to be in that state of growth and moving to the next thing, but sometimes you're just in that void period. And you know what is required. You know what is required to move to the next step. That's why you're wrestling with God for the answer, for the path. You become non-negotiable. I've done this earlier on my journey. I said, I'll sit here. And if you don't want me to do it, I'll let it go. I'll just chill out on the beach and do nothing. If that's what you want me to do. Do you understand how this works? You wrestle with God. You want this? I'm ready. But why is there this limbo? Because you are a leader. We are leaders. Our intuition is going through a refinement like never before. There are many people over the past week that are feeling this. You're feeling this within your nervous system. This is a nervous system reset. Why is that? Because the nervous system is the broadcast of all this reality that's out there is not real. The only thing that's real is in the Sacred Heart. This is the only thing that's real. And then you have these feelings and stuff that don't make any sense, and you're looking for that clarity. And the only thing you can do is wrestle with God, cry out for that crystal clear clarity. I know that the divine feminine, again, these are just energies, so we all possess them, might be a little more flowy. But I know that divine masculine leadership, you are very focused, as I am. And it's very difficult because you want to move towards this. Am I going this way? Am I going? And there it is. So we all have to, myself, everyone. So I would say intuition is more of a, say, feminine trait, but we all have to be trained. That's why everyone, I've spoken to so many people, a lot of people having a very emotional, difficult time. The energies, right, in this now moment, very high. But we all have to be refined in our intuition. People listen to the people on the TV box over there. Listen to the man in the radio. Listen to some influencers that have no effing clue what the heck they're talking about, and you're being led astray. So I'm teaching right now. You do the inner work, and then you go out and then see. I decipher and I go through things and say, oh, once you hear that dissonance, I can't even listen to it anymore. You might have done that with the TV programs. There are certain shows you might have listened to. You might have listened to this news or something. You can't even listen to it anymore because your frequency, your discernment is through the roof. Your intuition is through the roof. Please put a like on this video if this is the truth, if you're living through this right now. I appreciate that, Apex. Michael is speaking on some real stuff. That's true. And again, it's for the real. I know there's people out there, but again, that's the unenlightened man. I give zero you-know-whats about those individuals. I'm here for the people because in the end, The truth lasts the test of time. We're seeing this play out. You've seen so much confusion, so much illusion. The things that were truthful, the people, the things, the situations, they last the test of time. Like the stone. The illusions, the house of cards, the complaining, it all fades away. So I appreciate that comment because it is the truth. Again, I joke around with some of my friends. I say I should just hold up a mirror in this gym. There's a lot of enlightened brothers that I have in the gym, right? We're training, we're pounding together. And then you could, and they all see, and people are seeing this, and more people are seeing this. I say, I just got to hold up a mirror. What do you see in the mirror? Those people that get all agitated, here's the mirror. So that's the Christ. If you have the Christ light energy, you become a mirror. I'm a mirror to people. If you are divine masculine, it is a time period not to be nice. It is to be authentic. You will lose yourself trying to be a people pleaser. I've learned this lesson very strongly. God needs you to direct the ship. This is why you wrestle with God. Once again, God needs you to direct the ship. This is why you wrestle with God. Nobody else. You don't blame people out there. This is to take ownership. This is how you become successful in life. You're not a victim. You're not waiting for a unicorn to come. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's in the sky. Oh, it's the magical unicorn here to save me. Get the fuck up, son. It's just the truth. If I trigger you, there's a reason. Get up. I've done this over the years. I make you better. Guess what? I went through this refinement too. There were times I had to look and say, we think we're still that little cat. We're a giant lion. You have to realize the lion that you are. Get the lions going in the chat. The lions are rising up today. These are all questions I ask. You sit there, you ask yourself these questions. Are you a lion or are you a hyena? Are you an NPC bot or are you a creator being? I don't know the answer. You do. Got to get up. What's up, Thanos? It's good to see you. Whole community's here today. Fit Brit writes, this was an epic one. I appreciate that. Was this an epic video today? Please put a like on this video. I'm so grateful for the authentic community support. And Anastasia, I'm so grateful for the super chat. Thank you so much for that. I keep you focused. You got to stay focused right now because you will be lost. There's so many things that I've seen, especially that there's a reason why it's getting more confusing out there. Hey, how are you? How you doing? Are you looking out there in the world? It's getting kind of confusing out there. I have some of my friends, we have some deep chats, some of my friends. I'm like, and he's like, bro, I just want to know the truth. Like, and then you can't even say anything because people get all twisted and angry. Got to go within right now. You will have to go within. Robin Hood writes, thank you for pulling me out of deep depression. Very great. It's my honor, Robin Hood. Again, I know the energies are very high right now. This is truthful process of ascension. That video is going to be at the pinned comment. I encourage everyone, especially if you're experiencing the high intense moment right now, if you're feeling these unexplained symptoms, watch that video. It's really going to help you. Drop a like on this one. All those things that you do. Yeah, the sleep is so important, Robin Hood. And I've shared this before. When your head hits the pillow at night, it's so important. So it all starts in the home. It starts in the home. Okay? If you're new, I'm going to change your life. If you click subscribe through your free will, I appreciate if you click subscribe, and you'll get a daily video 9 a.m. Eastern time. I shared this the other day with someone. You have to go through things. Your home has to be 100% ironclad, peaceful, the fortress of solitude. Because if you come home to stress, your life falls apart. If you go out in the world and deal with stress and then go home to your fortress of solitude, that is fine. It is 100% the truth. It's what I've lived through. There is a difference, okay? You can go out into the world. You could even go into the workplace or whatever and have a little bit of stress out there. But when you come home in your fortress of solitude, it's got to be boom. It's got to be ironclad. Unlimited angels. Unlimited angels. It got cut off. Thank you so much for the super chat, Unlimited Angels. I'm so grateful for unlimited angels coming here and sending this word out to the universe. Everyone click like. Everyone send it out today. Very grateful for the unlimited angels. Very grateful. All right. So know that this is a season. I spoke about many things today that I have discussed. I know there's new people. I have a full docu-series on the season of wrestling with God. Okay. And a lot of the things that I've shared, if you'd like to connect on Patreon, the link is in the description. All you have to do is download the app, and I will be putting up a post. I discussed 4 topics that I have done on this channel this year. This is a very potent year. Do you know what this year is? This year marks the end of your life. I know some people are scared. Don't be scared. This year marks the end of your life. So I will place those 4 videos that I discussed in a post today on Patreon. And if you're new, it will read like a book. Okay? A lot of what I'm sharing is quantum. The main video on this channel page is what is a quantum event. I encourage everyone across the world to watch that one, because in your life, when an event happens, you don't know at first glance, is this a great thing? You could say, oh, this is a terrible thing. It might be the best thing that's ever happened to you in the future. Or you might go through something and you say, oh, this is so wonderful. And it sent you down a timeline. It sent you down a timeline that was not so fluffy. So that's why God makes us wrestle. That's why God refines us. That's why, and if you go to, how you doing? If I'm telling you, if you go to wrestle God, you are going to get cracked open. See, as a man, I knew this and I did it anyway. Do you understand the mindset? Do you understand the mind of Christ? Do you understand this? You know, when you go up against God to wrestle, it's time to wrestle, God will crack you open. You will get eviscerated. It's true. But a real man will do this because it's the rite of passage. Because God, what he's doing it on purpose to see what is inside of this heart. God will reveal the truth. I got to write that one down. God will reveal the truth of you. We have 5 videos in this post today. So some people never saw that video. God is going to reveal the truth of you to the world. And some people, they say, wow, finally the world's going to know about me. And some people, they might not like that. Remember, it's always you. Please it's always you, your reaction. Make sure you live your life like you're ready to put it up on the billboard. This is deep stuff today. Make sure you're ready to live your life like everyone's going to see this life of mine. It's revealing. God is going to crack you open, kid. Good luck. I appreciate, this has been a very tough year for me. I like to keep it at 100. That's why more and more people resonate with this channel and community. We keep it at 100 This has not been an easy year for me. There's been a lot of dark night of the soul, a lot of deep regression, but this is the rite of passage to cross the timeline. If you're there and you're saying, I always had this dream, God says, you want this dream, son? You want this dream, daughter? Okay. You have to fight for this dream. But you don't go out to the world. No, 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 no. You take it directly to the source. Do you get this lesson? This was a deep lesson. Was this deep today? Was this a deep one today? All right, so I appreciate each and every one of you. It's a very powerful time. Leave a comment down below. Are you in this season? Are you going through the rite of passage to go on to the other timeline? It's not an easy task. I'm grateful for all of you, and please check out the video that pops up at the end or at the pinned comment, especially if you're going through this intense energies. It is going to give you everything that you need to navigate through it. It's my honor to serve the people daily, 9 a.m. I appreciate that, Alma. I appreciate everyone. Please share the video. Soul Star Productions writes, banger alert. Was this a banger today? Oh, baby. All right. I love you guys. And you remember, you guys give me the energy too. And as creates a positive feedback loop. It's about we the people. It's never going to change. It's always about we the people. Don't be separate anymore. Love, authenticity, move forward. I am the defender of our everyday lives. No matter what comes your way, light warriors, just keep going. Love you guys very much. Bye for now.